Hello, Chump Inc. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing good, other than the fact that I feel like crap. Alright, so today we're going to be reviewing a BDSP OU battle that I had last night. So, this is like one of the best battles I've had in a long time. Like, the way I played was, other than the first 5 turns, as you're going to see, I got kind of stuck on stupid. But you know what happens. Okay, so let's delve into this here. My opponent is Geldrin, a friend who is in Clan Wars and apparently wanted to test my merit. He has... Apparently my fiance says go lay down.
Not you.
He was talking to the dog. I just called him a she. Okay. So my opponent has Skarmory, Magcargo, Latios, Garchomp, Scizor, and Tentacruel. You're gonna love the way I do that Tentacruel. I have Garchomp, Melodic, Togekiss, Roserade, Lucario, and Spiritomb. A well-endowed and very obviously a Cynthia team. But my team's a little bit different than Cynthia's was. Especially because I fucked up my Spiritomb and only had 3 moves. So we're going to delve into this here. I'm not going to bore you guys with my long-ass fucking speech.
Speeches.
So we're going to get started. I'm going to set this to slow so I can actually keep up.
Yay.
And hit play. Okay, so I started with Roserade. He started with Skarmory. Not knowing if it had Brave Bird, I knew I had to get Roserade out of there. I switched into Garchomp. He threw down rocks. I hit Protect. Protect does not stop Whirlwind, unfortunately. In comes Melodic on the rocks. He's trying to wear me down, which he kind of succeeded for the first 5 turns in doing. I hit Scald, searching for that burn, didn't get it, got Whirlwinded out. Got Lucario rocks, didn't do shit to him. I don't know why I tried to go for a nasty plot, knowing full well he was going to Whirlwind my ass, but then, in comes my lovely little Roserade. Sleep Powder, sleepy birdie. But as we know, Roserade doesn't exactly have a vast amount of things that she can do to a flying and steel type. Being a grass and poison type, they're pretty much everything she hates. So I just threw down spikes and switched into Togekiss, which gave me the chance to defog away the rocks that he was trying to trap me with. And he woke up. Whirlwinded me out again. The first few turns were a mess. Then I got Roserade back out, and yep, sleepy birdie again. Okay, so he's asleep now. Roserade can't do much to him. He's going to switch out into Scizor, which I definitely don't want to be stuck in on. I throw spikes out and I switch out into Garchomp. Scizor goes for Sword Stance. And a Bullet Punch that hurts quite a bit. I throw down Stealth Rocks, regaining some HP from Garchomp's leftovers. I hit Protect. He Bullet Punches again, which would have probably killed me at this point.
Oh, what?
Oh! God damn! And Melodic comes in, he Sword Stances again. I click Haze. He goes for X-Scissor, is that how you say that?
X-Scissor.
Yeah. I hit Scald. He takes a good bit of damage. He hits Sword Stance again, stupidly. I don't know what he was hoping.
Scald to get that burn.
He switches out into Tentacruel. I hit Hayes because I was going to try to clear Scissor's stats, but he switched. I switch out into Lucario. He hits Rapid Spin. He switches out into Garchomp again. I'm 100% sure I could not one-hit KO Garchomp at this point, so I switched out into Togekiss. He hit Substitute. In comes Tentacruel, taking an Air Slash. Not quite well, I might add.
Don't mind me, I'm just backing in a semi-truck over here.
In comes Lucario, expecting that Sludge Bomb. He switches out into Skarmory. I go for Dark Pulse, intending to hit whatever switched in after Tentacruel. And I hit Nasty Plot. Skarmory's still asleep. So I hit Dark Pulse again. Dead Skarmory. Bye-bye. In comes Magcargo. Little did he know, I have Vacuum Wave. And he hits Shell Smash, which doesn't matter at this point, because as we know, Vacuum Wave has priority. And I hit Vacuum Wave again, destroying the fire snail thing. Okay. In comes Garchomp again. I switch out into Togekiss again. He hits Substitute again.
There's a lot of switching here.
He switches out into Tentacruel. I hit Air Slash. He takes some damage. Regain some HP back with Black Sludge. In comes Lucario again. There comes that Sludge Bomb, which, as we know, Lucario doesn't care about. He switches out into Scizor. I use Dark Pulse, taking a nice chunk of health from him. I switch into Melodic. He goes for Bullet Punch, which does fuck all to Melodic. I go for Scald, fishing for that burn, which I didn't get. He hits Swords Dance. He switches out into Tentacruel, avoiding the haze. I knew at this point I had to keep Melodic alive, because if I didn't, that Scizor would have just steamrolled me.
Slow down.
So I'm fishing for a burn here, which I didn't get, so I switched out into Roserade, and this is where it gets interesting. I hit Sleep Powder, hit Sleepy Kraken. Then I proceed to hit Giga Drain. It's not doing much damage to him because my Roserade is more, as you can see, bulky as it took the Ice Beam like a champ. Sleep Powder again, Sleepy Kraken.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
And he switches out into Latios. Now, I have no hope of killing a Latios with a Roserade. That's just a bad matchup altogether. Either Psychic or Draco Meteor is going to do me out. So I switch into Togekiss. Take a Psychic. That hurt very badly. So I switch out of Togekiss into my Spiritomb. He goes for Ice Beam, gets the freeze. I'm going to pause here a second to point out Spiritomb is so easily overlooked that people forget it gets one of the best abilities in the game. One of. That being, as you will see, he got a lucky freeze. I'm telling you, I was praying to the RNG gods to unfreeze me. He throws up Substitute. I'm still frozen. He goes for recover. Still frozen, and I get unfrozen. And this is where I sucker punch him to death because I have Infiltrator. Being one of the best abilities in the game, in my opinion. One of. Now here comes Scissor again. Yeah, it wasn't faster, so Bullet Punch would have killed me. And here comes Melodic. Melodic was my best possible check I had to Scissor. Especially being the Sword Stance variant. So I hit Scald, he hits Sword Stance. Haze to get rid of that stat change. He goes for X Scissor, doesn't do too much. He switches out for Tentacruel, who is still asleep. I go for Scald, fishing for... I don't know why I hit Scald. I couldn't get a burn while I was sleeping Pokemon. He's still asleep. I take that moment to use Recover. Make sure my Melodic stays at prime health for when Az come in on Scissor again. Here comes Lucario. He goes for Sludge Bomb, which I expected. Lucario goes for Nasty Plot. He went for Scald and took my Lucario out. I should have just hit Dark Pulse at that point, but that's okay. So here comes in Roserade again. I go for Sleep Powder. Sleepy, sleepy Kraken. I went for Giga Drain again. He's still asleep. So I take another Giga Drain. I'm back at max HP at this point. He hits Ice Beam. It does more damage than it did last time. I hit Sleep Powder. He's asleep again. I'm telling you guys, I never hit so many Sleep Powders in a row. I hit Giga Drain again. He wakes up. He hits Ice Beam. Takes down my HP massively. I hit Sleep Powder again, and he is asleep again. I'm telling you guys, I never hit this many Sleep Powders in a row. I Giga Drain again, slowly breaking down the Tentacruel while regaining my own health in the process. I hit Giga Drain again. He wakes up. He hits Ice Beam. Almost takes me out. Whoa!
Pull her down.
I hit Sleep Powder and finally it misses, allowing him to use Rapid Spin and boost his speed. I knew at this point I was going to lose Roserade, but it was almost dead and it had done a good chunk of the work it needed to do. So now I bring in my Infiltrator Spiritomb and I hit Sucker Punch because I realized he was in range of a Sucker Punch kill. And here comes Scizor. I switch out into Melodic again. He hits Bullet Punch. Melodic hits Scald. And I finally get the burn, cutting into his attack stat. He's hitting X Scissor. So I just hit Scald again and almost kill him. He used Roost, brings his HP back up. I use Scald. He uses Sword Stance, but it doesn't matter at this point. I chose to hit Scald, and that's a dead Scizor. Now, I had hidden something from him for this entire battle. In comes Garchomp. Goes for a Sword Stance. And takes an Ice Beam to the face.
Ouch!
And that is a dead Garchomp. Sound effects done by my fiance, Josh. That was one of the best battles I have had in a while. In fact, shout out to one of my mentors. You may know him as Poketechnician, who told me this is one of the best battles he's ever seen me do. So shout out for Poketechnician. Go check his channel out. So yeah, this is how you accurately use Cynthia's team for BDSP OU. Although, I suggest you put 4 moves on your Spiritomb instead of 3. I do not suggest 3 move slots. It makes it very difficult. Anyways, until next time, guys, this has been Chomp Inc. playing BDSP OU. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already.